So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, Hari Nama, Hari Nama, Hari Nama, Eva Kevalam, Kalau Nastyeva, 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 Gatir Anyata. So there is no other way. The only way is to go back to Krishna is to chant Hari Nam. Alright, so to chant the holy name. So we all have to chant because in Kali Yuga, that is the only way. You cannot do fire sacrifices because such high quality fire sacrifices you cannot do here in Kali Yuga. There is no proper ghee also available. What will you offer to the fire? Right? There is no proper brahmanas who can recite Vedas so well. Right? So how will you do fire sacrifices? And deity worship. Who has the time to go to the temple every day or dress up the deity every day at home or whatever? We are so busy, right? And yeah, so nobody has time to go to the forest and meditate either. Meditation is so difficult, right? So easiest way is to chant Hare Krishna. So easy, no rules at all, right? You can wake up early in the morning, start chanting. You don't even have to take bath, right? You don't even have to get down from the bed, start chanting. Sit, if you are bored of sitting, walk and chant, stand and chant, go to the terrace, chant. Yeah, so in the video also you got it, no? Even if you're doing something else, you can always have your consciousness turned towards God. You can think about the Lord all the time and chant his name. So easy, just saying Krishna is so easy, right? You don't even have to do anything for that. You don't have to buy heart something, learn something, because Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare is a very easy mantra, right? It's not that you have to sit and learn one day, you have to learn the mantra by heart, write, practice, nothing like that. It is so simple. Okay, let's begin. Today is day 5. Yeah, attendance link I'll be posting. Okay, I've posted it. If anybody asks, one of you can post it again and again, but don't keep on posting. Okay, it might disturb the class. After 10 minutes and then after 20 minutes, again after 15 minutes. Okay, yeah. Day 4, chapter 4, and the Bhagavad Gita we are learning is based on the teachings of His Divine Grace Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Okay, so he's the founder Acharya of ISKCON. So you can see Prabhupada in his free time, he would hardly get free time because he would preach, and he was always thinking about how to develop ISKCON, right? So, but still in his free time, what he would do? He would read his books. He would read his own books because scriptures has all the answers. I told you, right? So reading scriptures is the only way you can understand how to offer devotional service, how to become a devotee of Krishna and go back to Godhead, go back home. Okay, because we all want to go back home. After you stay back in school for a long time, you'll be like, end of the day, when will I go home? When will I see my mother? When will I see my father, right? The same way, Krishna is our father. He is our eternal father. Okay, and we have to go back home. Krishna is waiting for us. This is not our house. Okay, our permanent eternal place is Golok Vrindavana. So to go there, we are doing all this chanting and devotional service, everything. So however, how much ever fast we can go back home, that much we can benefit. Okay, if you want to stay here only without chanting, you have to suffer. Sometimes you have to take punishments for mistakes which you've not done. You might have not done anything wrong, but still you will be punished, right? So all that, if you want to escape, you have to go home. Okay, by chanting regularly, preferably in the morning, if not in the evening, any time when you're going to school, in the bus, van, anything, you can chant. When you're walking, you can chant. Okay, so chanting has no restrictions or regulations. It's not that you have to chant only at home. You can chant on the way. I told you can go out and chant anywhere, anytime, anyhow. Okay, but chant. So y'all can see the screen, the slides changing, yes? Or can you see only the first slide? Put it in the chat. Okay, so chapter 4 is Gnana Yoga. Okay, transcendental knowledge, history of Bhagavad Gita. So Gnana Yoga means transcendental knowledge, okay, the science of transcendental knowledge and how the knowledge was passed from Krishna to others. Okay, if we are all learning Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is the one who narrated it first, right? So whom did he narrate it to and how did it pass? If we are able to learn, it should have passed through the disciplic succession, which we already saw, the disciplic succession, and we will be seeing it in detail in this chapter. Okay, and then why did Krishna choose Arjuna to deliver Bhagavad Gita? There were so many people on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, right? Bhishma was there, Drona was there, so many people was there, so many good devotees were there, right? Why did Krishna choose only Arjuna? Other Pandavas were there, right? Other four brothers were there. So that we will see in this chapter. And why Krishna appears on this earth, when, how, all those things we will see in this chapter. Okay, so let's offer our obeisances to Sri Sri Radha Govinda. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashchati Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. So this is a recap of previous chapter. Okay, we saw sacrifice. We have to offer everything to the Lord and then only use it for ourselves. Even food, right? Annad bhavanti bhutani prajanyad anna sambhavaha yajnad bhavati parjanyo yajnyo karma samudbhavaha. Okay, so the food, the farmers grow crops, right? But how will the farmers grow crops? Only if rain God gives us rain, and he will give us rain only if we do sacrifices, right? Perform sacrifices. Okay, and chanting is also a sacrifice. It is called Sankirtana Yajna. Yajna means sacrifice. Okay, so chanting for Kali Yuga, the sacrifice we need to do is chanting. See, first in those days, people used to do fire sacrifices. Then rain, rain God would give us rain, and then we would get crops, right? So a sacrifice. So that those times this was the sacrifice. Now today we need to do japa. Japa yajna. Japa is called yajna because it is a sacrifice. Chanting is the only sacrifice prescribed for Kali Yuga. Okay, you don't have to go do all this and all that. Okay, this and that, no need. Just chant. Sit in your place and chant. God will bless. Okay, yesterday we were discussing, right, to offer naivedyam. So you have to offer to the Lord whatever he gives you. He gives you food, right? He gives us food. So we, before eating, we need to offer it to the Lord, right? And then only eat. So that's why I was telling you yesterday, you don't have to offer cooked food and all that as of now. We are just beginners, right? So you can take a glass of water, give it to the Lord. If you have fruits at home, you can keep that also, and offer tulsi leaf, on top in water, glass of water, put tulsi in water, and put tulsi on the fruits also, and offer it to the Lord. Leave it for some time, go away, don't stand in front of him. Okay, how will anybody feel when they are eating if you go stand in front of them, right? So go out for some time, leave for 5-10 minutes, and then come back, and then tell Krishna, okay, thanks for accepting the offering, and I will take this as prasadam. And then you can take the plate and go. Okay, and then water, you can mix it in your water bottle. So how I do is, I offer water. When we offer water, we take God's water. I take it in my water bottle when I go to office, right? And fruits, again, when there is a bowl full of apples, you offer 1 or 2 apples, mix it with the bowl again. Okay, so the entire, all the apples in the bowl become prasadam. Okay, then you can have. Okay, that becomes prasadam. So that way you can offer, and that's all. It's very easy. Every day you can offer and eat. Okay, milk you can offer. See, you can offer so many things, right? Fruits, vegetables. If you want, you can cut carrot, tomato, and all that. Cut and offer, and then you can eat it as salad, right? So it's very easy. milk you can offer. You can offer if you want to offer cooked food, then you can offer probably rice, right? Rice with salt and ghee. You can offer, because in dal maybe sometimes we add onion, garlic and all that, right? So you can just offer this much. Rice and curd rice is the best recipe you can offer, right? Curd rice with some salt, that's all. So you because we usually don't offer onion, garlic and all that, okay? Don't offer non-veg food, God will not eat. Okay, so simple. Offer a tulsi leaf on top of that, that's all done, right? And then every day you can have prasadam this way, right? You can also give it to your friends, right? It helps them also develop Krishna bhakti. If they don't like eating prasadam, don't tell them it is prasadam, just give, right? And slowly they will also start developing Krishna bhakti, and they will also start attending Bhagavad Gita classes. Okay, when you tell them next batch is starting, right, next month in May, so you can tell your friends, they will also attend. And if they don't want to attend, give them Krishna prasadam. Next batch they will attend. Okay, because Krishna prasadam gives Krishna bhakti to everybody. Okay, so coming back to fourth chapter. So fourth chapter, like we discussed, Krishna will talk about the disciplic succession. Okay, whom did he first instruct Bhagavad Gita? Okay, we all know. See, whom did Krishna instruct Bhagavad Gita? Anybody knows? Raise your hand. Anaushka. Krishna narrated Bhagavad Gita first to whom? Anybody? Arjuna, Brahma, then Arjuna. Okay, so we all know it is Arjuna, because that's how the first chapter starts, right? Krishna starts narrating Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. We all know that. So Brahma, it's Vedic knowledge. It's not literally Bhagavad Gita. Okay, we are here. The question is specifically on Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so that's how we all learned. First chapter, Arjuna asks doubts, and then Krishna starts narrating Bhagavad Gita. But the catch is over here, the actual, surprise, or the surprising element is, even before Arjuna, Krishna narrated it to somebody else. Okay, who is it? This chapter we will see. Okay, imam vivaspati yogam proktavan aham avyayam vivasvan manave praha manur ikshvakave abhravit. Okay, so even before Krishna narrated Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, he narrated it to Vivasvan. Okay, who is Vivasvan? He is the sun god. Okay, so sun is a star, it is a planet. Okay, according to the scriptures, sun is a planet, and as in Loka. Okay, sun, Surya Loka we say, right? So obviously, if it is a Loka, then obviously there is a king, there is a god, right? There is a god taking care of that Loka, right? So that is Vivasvan, the sun god. Okay, he is the owner of, he is the one who is in charge of sun planet. He takes care of the sun planet. His name is Vivasvan. Okay, so this was instructed millions and millions and millions of years ago. Krishna instructed Bhagavad Gita to Vivasvan, sun god. Okay, then you can see in the diagram, right? This is Vivasvan. Krishna is instructing. Then later going forward, Vivasvan learnt it, right? Now Vivasvan knows Bhagavad Gita. Now he instructed it to Manu. Here you can see, this is Vivasvan. He's instructing it to Manu. Who is Manu? Anybody knows who is Manu? Maulika, do you know?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Ma'am, sun god said it first to Manu, his son.
Yeah, but what is Manu in charge of? What is his responsibility?
To take care of earth?
Yes. Okay, so Manu is the father of mankind. That means all human beings on earth, Manu is in charge. Okay, like how Vivasvan is in charge of sun, Manu is in charge of all people on humankind. Okay, us basically. And then after learning Bhagavad Gita from Vivasvan, Manu instructed it to Ikshvaku. Okay, So that's how the cycle goes. Okay, Ikshvaku is again king of earthly planets. Okay, again he is for all citizens. From Ikshvaku, all the citizens of earth got, as in us people. Okay, so Ikshvaku instructed it to all people, as it he made it accessible to all people. Okay, somebody is asking for attendance link. Okay, yeah, so this was the disciplic chain. Krishna to Vivaswan, Vivaswan to Manu, Manu to Ikshvaku. This happened millions and millions of years ago. Okay, but what happened in the in the middle? It was going on smoothly. Okay, Ikshvaku was instructing it to all people and all that. It was going on well, but unfortunately, there was a break in the succession. There's a chain, no? There was going on. The chain was going on, but there was a break. You can see. Okay, so the disciplic succession broke, the chain broke, so nobody could get proper real Bhagavad Gita. Okay, no people could get proper real Bhagavad Gita because the succession chain broke. Okay, evam parampara praptam imam rajarsayo vidu sakalena ha mahata yogo nashta parantapa. There was a loss, there was a break in the chain, and nobody could take the science. See, Bhagavad Gita is a science. Okay, so science, if you don't have proper guidance, nobody can learn science on their own. Okay, even if you learn, you will all learn wrong things. Okay, so because there was a broken supply chain, nobody could get proper authentic, the real science of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so Krishna says this supreme science was received through the chain of succession, but the succession broke and nobody could understand it. So the science was lost. Okay, this again we saw, right? Vivaswan and all that. That's why, because there was a break in the the succession chain. What happened? Krishna himself came again on earth and instructed it 5,000 years ago to Arjuna. Okay, only because there was a break in the succession. Nobody could access pure real Bhagavad Gita. Okay, that's why Krishna discovered, okay, fine, nobody is getting access to Bhagavad Gita. That's why he came down and he instructed Arjuna. Okay, so millions of years ago he instructed it to Vivaswan. Then, because there was a break in the supply chain, the succession, again he came down to earth and instructed it to Arjuna 5,000 years ago. Okay, so this is the chain. Okay, so from Arjuna, Shankaracharya, right? He's one of the greatest acharyas, right? But he belongs to Mayavadi, okay, class. It's a different class of transcendentalists. Okay, so Shankaracharya was instructed, and then Ramanujacharya, his disciple, and then Madhvacharya. So Madhvacharya is a very famous, great personality. He's a great devotee of the Lord. Okay, then Madhvacharya again to Sridhara Swami, and from Sridhara Swami, Bhakti, okay, Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura. Okay, and then Baladev Vidyabhushanji, and then from then to Bhakti Vedanta, Bhakti Vinoda Thakura, sorry. Okay, and then Bhakti Vinoda Thakura to Prabhupada. So this was the disciplic succession. 5,000 years, and then it goes down, and in 1972, Swami Srila Prabhupada got his instructions on Bhagavad Gita. From Srila Prabhupada, we are all able to learn, because he wrote the book, and all whatever we are learning is based on the book Srila Prabhupada has translated, right? He also translated Bhagavad Gita, and that's called Bhagavad Gita as it is. You can see here. All right. So this is how the succession is. So that's why I told you in the beginning of the batch 23 itself that please understand the disciplic succession, the Guru Parampara. Then only start learning. Okay. You never know. There might be a break in the succession, and whatever you're learning might be wrong. Right. So understand the succession, then start learning. Otherwise, you might learn wrong things. Okay. Yeah. So this is about Vedic knowledge. Okay, there are different sampradayas. Okay, like see, you have, say you go to one particular school, okay, and it follows one particular syllabus. Your friend might go to some other school and follow some other syllabus. Like there are different universities, right? We have London University, we have Bangalore University, we have Harvard University, right? Different universities follow different syllabus, different structures, but what you're learning is the same, right? Everybody teaches the same thing, but the way they teach is different, right? Because they are different universities. What Bangalore University teaches, the same thing maybe some other, say for example, some Delhi University, I don't know if Delhi University exists, okay, so Delhi University also teaches the same thing but in a different way, right? So same way, when Krishna instructed, he instructed it to Brahma, and then he instructed separately to Lakshmi Devi, Shiva, and the 4 Kumaras. So these 4 Kumaras are Brahma's sons. Okay. So he instructed it to 4 people, these 4 people. Okay. Now, when Brahma learned the Vedic knowledge from Krishna and started instructing, he followed his own way and structure. Okay. So he called it Brahma Sampradaya. Sampradaya is like a university. Okay. Because he is following his own structure, curriculum, and all that, he called it Brahma Sampradaya. When Lakshmi Devi got instructions from Krishna, she also started instructing Bhagavad Gita to others. When she instructed, she followed a separate curriculum structure. So she called it Sri Sampradaya. Okay. And then Shiva also started instructing Bhagavad Gita. So he called it Rudra Sampradaya. So like that we have different names. And then 4 Kumaras also started instructing Bhagavad Gita. So different sampradayas, different names. Our focus should be on Brahma Sampradaya, because our parampara begins with Brahma. Okay, we belong to Brahma Sampradaya. So Brahma instructed, going forward, Brahma instructed it to Narada instructed it to so many other people, right? Then it reached Madhvacharya. So Madhvacharya also started instructing Bhagavad Gita. He made a lot of transformations in it. Okay, he told there were a lot of other theories when Madhvacharya came. So he came and told, no, we are different from God. We are all servants of God. Okay, that's why Madhvacharya made little amendments and started instructing. So then from that time the sampradaya started being called Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also belongs to the same sampradaya, okay, the parampara. Then he also came and he introduced Harinam, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so many things, right? So from that time it was called as Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu belonged to Gaudiya Vaishnava. Okay, remember all this, you can be asked in quiz. Okay, so from that time till now this sampradaya is called as Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay, so which sampradaya do you belong to? If anybody asks, your answer should be Sri Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Okay, our focus is only on this because we learn from Brahma. Okay, got it? So this is the disciplic succession, and other sampradayas are also there. They follow different rules, different regulations, and everything is different. Okay, Sri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, etc. Okay, now from Prabhupada, how is the disciplic chain? We all know. Japataka Swami Maharaj, he is the Guru Maharaj, he is the Diksha Guru, and then from him Namanishta Prabhuji learned, and from him all of us are learning. You are also learning because of the mercy of Namanishta Prabhuji, because he is the one who has organized the course, right? And we already saw the importance of Guru Parampara. Otherwise, see, the apple example, do you remember? The person who is taking the apple from the tree, if he directly puts it down, the apple might fall down, break open, become dirty, right? So it has to be passed from people on the branches. One branch, next branch also there should be a person. It should be carefully passed, and then it should reach the person on the ground, right? Otherwise, the science changes. Bhagavad Gita becomes manipulated. So different people will tell Bhagavad Gita according to their own wish and will. Okay, and you will learn all wrong things. That's why Guru Parampara is very, very important. Okay, so yeah, so why did we all get human form of life? Human form of life is meant for cultivation of spiritual knowledge in eternal relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So our job is to understand what we are to Krishna. Okay, I told you, Krishna is our best friend. always. Okay, Krishna is our best friend. He is our well-wisher. So we are all friends and relatives of Krishna. Some or the other way, we are all related to Krishna. We don't know how. We have forgotten. Because we have come to this planet Earth, we have forgotten what our relationship is with Krishna. So we get this human form of life to recollect our memory. Okay, what are we to Krishna? What are we to Krishna? So we have to recollect what we are to Krishna. How? It is through devotional service. Okay, that is the reason we get this human form of life. It is not to, not just to earn money and, enjoy, travel, eat nicely and all that. That is all secondary. It all comes second. First primary reason is to understand our relationship with Krishna and go back home. Okay, Krishna does not want us to stay here. He is waiting for us. Okay, that is the reason we've got this human form of life. Okay, and easiest way to understand our relationship with Krishna is to offer devotional service. Okay, see, cats and dogs cannot chant, right? They cannot speak. They cannot open their mouth and chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, right? Horses cannot chant, elephants cannot chant, plants cannot chant, right? Microorganisms cannot chant. Only humans can. We've got that ability to speak, right? To chant. You should always remember one thing, okay? When you've got some privilege, always ask, why have you got it, right? If you're able to speak and other animals are not able to speak, why? Why are other animals not able to speak? And why are human beings able to speak? Because God wants you to chant. That's why He's given you the ability to speak. Okay, and there are 9 types of devotional service. Okay, we will do this going forward anyway. So out of all this 9, Shravanam, Kirtanam, everything, the easiest way is chanting. Just chant. Just chant. Okay, chant regularly and it helps you. And yeah, so this is about the Guru Parampara. Some of the fashion trends never change, right? Dhoti, for example. People in olden days also used to wear dhoti in the same way. People now also wear dhoti in the same way. The look does not change, right? And same with, but other traditions have changed. See the trouser style and all that. Boys, you would know better, right? Blazers and all. People those days used to wear hard color blazers, right? Orange color and all that. But now it is very decent, right? A navy blue and black and all that. But dhoti, it has not changed. Dhoti remains the same. So that way, what happens? The Bhagavad Gita also. Okay, same with girls. When it comes to girls, sari. Sari is the only thing that has not changed. Olden days also people used to wear sari. Now also people wear sari, and sari has been one of the most trendiest fashion. Clothing style, right? Even today it exists. In the same way, Bhagavad Gita is also like that. It is evergreen. Nobody can change Bhagavad Gita. Whatever it was when Krishna narrated, it is the same now as well. Okay. So now Arjuna said, have you also got this question in your mind? Arjuna says, Krishna, I played with you. You are like my brother. Arjuna and Krishna are of same age. Okay, basically, they are like friends. They are best friends, in fact. So Arjuna says, Krishna, I played with you. We spent our, so many days together, so much part of our life together. Then, and Vivaswan, millions of years ago, he's so old. How did you instruct Vivaswan? Were you even born that time? Were you even alive that time? If you were born that time, then you should be old now, no? How are you so young now? Okay, so Arjuna has so many questions he's asking. Obviously, all of us would have got the same question in our mind, right? Because Vivaswan is very old and Krishna is only telling millions of years ago I taught Vivaswan. Now Arjuna is telling millions of years ago you were alive. How is that possible? And how are you still alive? Okay. So now, we all know Mahabharata happened in Dwapar Yuga, right? Just 5,000 years ago. So that's why Arjuna is having so many questions. Now Krishna starts answering them. Okay. Before Krishna answers, I want you all to answer. Does anybody know? If you raise your hands, I can. Does anybody know how did Krishna instruct him and how is he not so old? I want somebody who knows the answer, please. Swaroop, do you know the answer?
Ma'am, Mataji, Krishna never will die, ma'am, because he is God, ma'am.
Yeah,
Years of
Krishna never
years,
dies. Yeah.
when thousands years or any years, how much also years will he'll not die, ma'am, because he is God, ma'am. God of all of us, ma'am.
Hari Bol, wonderful. So, yeah, in the chat I can see he's taken new Janma. See, Krishna is telling I instructed. That means Krishna has only instructed. How can he take a new Janma? He is telling no, I only instructed. If he takes a new Janma, then it will be, and Krishna has no Janma in the first place. He is not like us who can die and get rebirth like us. In previous Janma we are something else. Now we've got this Janma. Next Janma we will be something else. Krishna is not a human being. He is God. Like Swaroop said, he has no janmas. He has no death. He is never born. He is never going to die. Okay. So understand this. It's very important. Okay. So Krishna himself starts explaining Arjuna about his nature. Okay. So Krishna is eternal. Like I told, he has no birth, no death. He is unborn. He is always there. He is just there. Okay, he's not born, he's just there because he's the one who created everything. If we are there today, he only made all of us, right? So if he dies, then obviously what will happen to us? Right? Or what will happen to the entire universe? And like this universe, we have multiple other universes. What will happen to them if he is only not there? Right? So he is never born. Okay. And Krishna is eternal, he is unborn. He is called Govindam Adi Purusham. Krishna's name is Govinda, we all know. Adi Purusham means first person. I mean, he was the first one in the entire creation. Okay, nobody was there before him, and we are all after him. Okay, and we will all go one day, but he will still be there. Okay, so that is Krishna. And it says Adyantam, Anantam, Anadim, Satchidananda Vigraha. So there is a shloka in Brahma Samhita which states that he is ever youth. Okay, the days pass. Okay, but he never becomes aged. Okay, he never ever becomes aged, and he always remains fresh youth, just like how you're seeing in the picture. Okay, and he never dies. He never gets diseased. Okay, he's never born. Okay, so he's always there eternally. Okay, that is his form. And if not here, he'll be somewhere else. Like he told, no, I instructed millions of years ago to sun god, so he went to sun planet. Now in Dwapar Yuga he came to India, earth planet, right? And in some other yuga he'll go to some other planet, but he never disappears. He is always there. Okay, that is Krishna. And yeah, so how does Krishna appear? So Krishna is unborn. Although I'm unborn, my transcendental body never deteriorates. He never gets diseased. Okay, and although I'm the lord of all sentient beings, I still appear in every millennium in my own transcendental form. This is important. Okay, I appear every millennium in my own transcendental form, his own form. As Krishna, he comes down. Okay, so if he dies, then obviously that Krishna form will go, he will take some other form, right? That concept is ruled out. Okay, if you have any doubt, please put it in the chat or ask me at the end of the class. Okay, so that's why Krishna is called a transcendental being, and his body is called transcendental body because his body never gets aged. Okay, he never gets, somebody goes and pricks him, he will not get blood and all that. He's got a very special valuable body. Okay, yeah, so that is the difference. So what is the difference between us and Krishna? Krishna is permanent. We are temporary. We die, as in not our soul, our body, I mean, because the moment we take some other body, our soul will forget what we were, right? So that's why when I say temporary, it's our body that I'm talking about. And then Krishna is spiritual. The body of Krishna is spiritual, but our body is made of material elements, right? Earth, water, fire, ether, and all that. And then there is no difference between his body and soul. His body and soul has no difference. Okay, like us, soul is inside the body, right? But for Krishna, it is different. It is the same. And Krishna is the controller of Maya. Okay, this material energy, karma, reaction, everything is under the control of Krishna. We are controlled by Maya. It is opposite. Krishna controls Maya, whereas for us, Maya controls us. That's why we do bad things, right? We sometimes we try to say, okay, some days when you have to do something, when you have to study for your exam, and somebody next to you say they are watching some movie or something, you always have this temptation, okay, I will also go watch movie, right? That is Maya. Maya is controlling you. Maya is telling, okay, go watch movie, you are listening to it. That means you are under the control of Maya. But Krishna controls Maya. Maya listens to Krishna. That is the difference. So Krishna is great. He is supreme. Okay. So he appears in the material world in his original form. The original form is what you're seeing on the screen, Shamasundara form. Okay, with 2 hands holding a flute, with a peacock feather and all that. Okay, and in his body, okay, he comes to this world by his eternal, to this material world in his eternal form. Okay, why does he come? Anybody knows why he comes to planet Earth? Who knows the answer? Yes, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, who knows? Same people are raising their hands. Others don't know the answer. Trachem, right? Trachet. Do you know the answer?
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Ma'am, he comes to the, Mataji comes to the earth to solve any problems that we have. Mataji, and also I have a doubt.
You can ask your, tell me. Okay.
While mistaking for a sleeping Krishna, for a deer, a hunter named
We will discuss. Very nice question. Okay. So he comes down to this planet. Why? As he told, he comes down to punish to actually solve all our problems by punishing the bad people. Okay, there were so many demons and rakshasas and all, no, when Krishna came. So all devotees were being hurt. Okay, all demons used to give a lot of problems to the good people. So he came to destroy all the bad people so that devotees will be free from all anxiety. And he also came to re-establish the principles of dharma. That is, Bhagavad Gita was lost, dharma was lost, right? People used to kill other people, people used to do so many bad things. So nobody got proper guidance as to how to live. That's why he came down and instructed Bhagavad Gita. So 2 reasons he came. Mostly he comes to solve his problems, devotees' problems. Okay, and take care of his devotees. Okay, fulfill the desire of his devotees. How can he do that? By killing all the bad people. And then he came to re-establish dharma. That's why he instructed Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so to protect his devotees is the first reason he comes. Second reason is to kill the bad people. Okay, and then so in a way to protect his devotees, he also instructs dharma. Okay, through Bhagavad Gita. And now Krishna is telling what is the benefit of knowing his pastimes and his janma karma cha medhavyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva dehim punarjanma naiti mam eti so Arjuna. So Krishna says, those who know my transcendental nature, we just understood, right? His body, he's got not material body but spiritual body. He never grows old, he never gets disease, he never dies, he's not born. So understanding all this is called his transcendental nature. Okay, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities is important. Janma karma means activities, right? What all did he do when he came down? Did he come down and sit in one place? No, he did so many things, right? And why did he do all that? So that we will start understanding what Krishna is, how great Krishna is, Okay, and upon leaving the body takes birth again, does not upon leaving the body take his birth again in this material world. Just by understanding so much his katha, that's why we have Krishna katha in Bhagavatam. Okay, just to understand what all Krishna did when he came to this world. Okay, in different forms. He came in Varaha form, and he came in Rama form, he came in so many other forms. But when he came, what all did he do? All right, he did so many things. By understanding and reciting, I mean recalling all that in our mind. Okay, he came, he played with gopis, gopas, everybody. Okay, by understanding all that, we will not take birth again in this material world, meaning we get moksha, we go back to Krishna, we go back home. Okay, that's why Krishna came and did so many activities. Otherwise he would have just come and sit. He would have come and sit in one place. He did so much because only by understanding all this we can go back to Godhead. By listening to Krishna Katha. This is called Krishna stories, Krishna Katha. Okay, that's why he did so many activities. Only by understanding all these activities, learning about his activities, we can go back to Krishna very soon as possible. Okay, that's why Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam. So Krishna is saying all his activities are divyam. Divyam means they are all auspicious, they are all transcendental. Okay, so we should understand Krishna's form, pastimes, and all that, what all he did, so that we can go back to Krishna as fast as possible. Obviously, we all understand what others did. We all talk about so many biographies, right? That film actor, this film actor, that singer, this singer, so many celebrities. But understand one thing, they're all celebrities only for this world, this earth planet, right? If you international personalities, if you go to say demigod planet, you think demigods will know all of this? They'll be like, oh, we are greater. Demigods, obviously they are greater than human beings, right? So there is no point knowing so many things about celebrities on earth. Krishna is a super celebrity, highest celebrity. Understand about him. If you understand about him, it is equivalent to understanding about everything in the world, because he is the one who has made everything, right? So some people say, Mataji, you know what happened? This person, this celebrity, this film actor did this, he got this award, and all that people come and say, right? Krishna only gave them the award. First of all, understand that. So if you know about Krishna's pastimes and activities, there is nothing more you have to know. You don't have to go through other celebrities or whatever, because they are celebrities only for this particular world. Okay, maybe he's a US personality, India knows, Europe knows, everybody knows, but demigods will not know. Krishna will say, I am the greatest, right? So Krishna is the greatest. So start understanding about his pastimes, start reading about him. There are so many Krishna story books available for kids. You go to ISKCON temple, any ISKCON temple you go, so many books written by Prabhupada for kids. Comics are there. Okay, Bhagavatam is there for kids, right? So it all deals with what all he did right from his birth, the way he was transferred to Vrindavan. This is Damodar Leela. Okay, today's short film we will be watching about probably Damodar Leela. Let's see as per the time. Okay, or the way he used to steal butter and all. This was his naming ceremony and all that, right? The way he used to take care of the cows. Okay, and what all he used to do, he used to run away from his mother when he steals butter and all that, right? So he all did all this just to attract us. The more and more we get attracted to Krishna, we can think about Krishna all the time, we can chant his names and go back to Krishna. Okay, see how cute Krishna is. He's crying whenever his mom used to question him. He used to cry, right? So cute. So we need to understand all that. We get to know all that only by reading about him, only by listening to Krishna Katha. Okay, so this is very nice. Okay, as all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. How much ever you surrender, Krishna rewards you accordingly. If you consider Krishna to be everything, to be your everything, to be your father, to be your friend, to be your caretaker, to be your well-wisher, to be your everything, mother. So Krishna acts like that. If you consider Krishna to be your mother, Krishna will take care of you as mother. If you consider Krishna to be your teacher, Krishna will guide you. Okay, if you consider Krishna to be your friend, Krishna will help you every time. Okay, so here this is a nice story. Okay, this is a fruit seller story. Most of you would have known. So this story, there's a fruit seller. I know most of you know. You can put it in the chat as well. Okay, there's a fruit seller, and once what happened? She came to sell fruits, And those days it was all barter system. Okay, so he had seen his parents giving something and exchanging something from it. Okay, so he wanted fruits. Okay, so what he did, he went home. There were grains at home. He brought some food grains, and with his cute little hands, both the hands he carried little grains, and from there he came running. Otherwise the fruit seller will go off. No, so he came running, and then he when he was running all the way, food grains were falling down all through the way. Okay, but still, how much ever was remaining, some 2-3 grains he brought handful, but 2-3 were remaining in both the hands. He came, that much only he came, he gave the fruit seller. Okay, fruit seller looked at him. She was like, oh my god, he's so cute with 2-3 grains, but it was looking so cute. His dedication, he wanted fruits, so he did his part, right? How much ever to his capacity as a kid. He brought so many, just 2-3 grains were remaining. He gave that to the fruit seller. Fruit seller was like, so cute Krishna is. And then she took those 3-4 grains. She put it in her basket, fruit basket, and she gave him fruits. Okay, he gave him so many fruits. She gave Krishna has only 2 hands, but she's giving and giving and giving. And then she finished all the fruits in the basket. She gave everything to Krishna because she found him so cute. His dedication, right? As a kid, but still he did so much, right? Looking at his dedication, Krishna, the fruit seller gave everything. And then you know what Krishna did? I mean, what did the fruit seller gain out of giving all the fruits to him? Just 3-4 grains. That's all. 3-4 grains, right? She could have told, okay, for 3-4 grains, I'll give you only 1 fruit, right? But she gave away everything. And looking at that, out of devotion, out of love, she gave everything, right? And Krishna recognizes it. And you know what Krishna did? He turned all the, in the basket, he turned whatever was left in the basket into gold ornaments. You can see, full of jewelry. So she did not expect anything. She never knew, okay, I will get jewelry if I give him all the fruits, right? But still, whatever fruits were remaining in the basket, she turned full, all of them, he turned into jewelry. And she became so rich, right? She went back with so many jewels, right? So that is how Krishna rewards. You give everything to him, he will give you more than what you've given him. Okay, he will double it, triple it, he will multiply it 100 million times, and then he will give it back to you. That's why I told you, you just chant once Krishna, he will remember, and he will reward you accordingly. And you give him little love, he will give you this much love. Okay, so Krishna is very great. He is our father, right? So always remember that. So always remember this fruit seller story. It helps you understand how great Krishna is, how generous Krishna is. Same with Sudama's story as well, right? See, this is the way he receives his friends. Sudama was Krishna's friend, and he was a Brahmana. So Krishna is serving his feet, right? Serving his friend's feet. That's how he respects others. You respect him, Krishna will respect you this much. Okay, so that is Krishna. You cannot even imagine how much Krishna will give you back. Okay, so so if one makes friendship with Krishna, one will never be cheated, and he will get all the help needed. I told you, consider Krishna to be your friend. He will come for your rescue every time, because obviously, if not friend, then who else will you go and ask for help, right? A friend in need is a friend indeed, right? So Krishna is our best friend. He is our eternal friend. He is our closest friend. Okay, so that's why, because he is our friend, he is in us as Paramatma. Okay, see, you can see in our heart there is our soul, and right next to our soul there is Paramatma sitting. Okay, Krishna is sitting in our hearts in the form of Paramatma to help us, guide us. So sometimes you would have felt, you have so many questions in your mind. Whenever you have any question, you think, and somehow some solution you will get, right? Your heart says, okay, do this. When you have some confusion, should I do this? Should I do this? All dilemmas. Somehow you get an answer. That heart tells you. Some people say it is your inner voice. Some people say it is your inner conscience. Some people say listen to your heart and all. What is all that? It is Krishna who is guiding you in the form of Paramatma. It is his voice. We are not able to make out. That's all. We just think it is heart that is guiding. Krishna, Paramatma is guiding you inside the sitting inside your heart. Okay, that's why I told he is your eternal friend. Even if you leave him, Krishna will not leave you, because right next to your soul he is there. If you leave this body, take some other body, that time also Krishna will sit next to your soul in the heart. Okay, so Krishna is our eternal companion. You are never alone. Okay, some people say, I'm so scared to stay alone at home. You are not at all alone. Krishna is there with you. You just have to remember that. Okay, and tell Krishna, okay, you help me. Krishna will help you. Okay, always bring this form in your mind, Shamasundara form. Okay, bluish black color. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. Any help you want, first person you should reach is Krishna. You can reach Krishna in moments. If you have to reach others, you have to go to their place, call them and all. Just when you say their name, they will not listen, right? If they are far off. But Krishna, the moment you think about Krishna, he will start listening to you. So bring this form in your mind and start telling him all your problems. He will help you. Okay. So what form? Shamasundara form. He's bluish black in color. He has a flute in his hand. He has a peacock feather on his crown, right? With nice golden jewelry, he's always decorated. He's like so cute. He is always with flower garments and all that, right? So beautiful. Such form you can never forget. You just look at him once, it gets registered in your mind. Okay, that is Krishna. That is the power of Krishna. Okay, and this is about Guru Parampara. We already did a lot about Guru Parampara in this chapter. This is also about Guru Parampara. How do you have to behave with a Guru? Okay, that Krishna tells in the shloka. Okay, Tat vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Okay, so when you go to a school or Gurukul or whatever, those days it was Gurukul, now it is school, to learn. Okay, how do you behave with a Guru? You should ask them questions, obviously, otherwise you will not understand anything. And whatever the Guru tells in one go, you might have not understood. You will definitely have doubts and all that. And to learn more, you should always ask questions. If you don't ask questions, it means that either you have understood everything or you have not understood anything. Okay, so you should always have doubts. It is very good in having doubts, but you should not question a Guru in the form of challenging him. Okay, I know this answer. Just to test the Guru, you should not ask questions. I know this. Does the teacher know? Let me test her. So a lot of people are like that. No, I want to test her. If she does not answer this, that means the teacher does not know anything. Okay, that and all we think in our mind. That is wrong. Okay, she has become a teacher. She or he has become a teacher because of some ability in her, right? So we have to always respect that and ask questions if you don't know the answer. Okay, not to test the Guru. Pariprasnena sevaya. So this is how we need to ask questions always, to take more and more knowledge from them, but in a submissive manner. Submissively. So in a surrendered form, you should ask to learn more. You should ask in a requesting manner. Okay, not commanding way. Okay, I know the answer. Let me see if she knows the answer. That is wrong. Okay, so that is how Krishna says you should learn from your gurus. Any art, any subject, anything that you learn, even Bhagavad Gita, anything in school as well. So even if you go to dance class, music class, you should be submissive. Okay, you should always surrender to your guru and then learn from them. That's when, even if you have questions, your guru will answer and you will be able to understand and perform well in your exam. If you don't respect your guru, then how will you learn that subject and how will you score good marks in that subject? You might have been working hard, studying, but still marks you might get less because there is some fault in the way you are looking at your guru or respecting your guru. Understand, analyze. Okay, so always respect your guru wholeheartedly. Okay, so Krishna, like I said, he's our eternal friend and our well-wisher. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, so we end the class here, the Bhagavad Gita. We will watch a film, okay, short film here. Let me stop the recording first.